Hello, my name is Chris Muflad and I am a project engineer at Vico Software. Welcome to the Production Controlling Training Series, Level 1. We're going to perform control actions to resolve production alarms. In this vignette, we're going to describe to you what a control action is, how do we use the control plan, and how we take control actions based on what we enter into the control plan.
A control action is a response to a production alarm. Production alarms are generated when there is a deviation in production, which impacts the continuous flow of the successor tasks. The control plan is then enacted. In Schedule Planner, this is a production tool which enables us to alter crew sizes and future dates and work durations to understand how a task may trend in the future based on the addition of crew sizes or additional time. Some of the recommended control actions include adjusting the resource amount, changing shift lengths, reviewing and updating the location breakdown structure, splitting tasks, updating or changing dependencies, increasing productivity, or looking at ways of forcing continuity between different project locations. The control plan is our ability to adjust future crew sizes to understand the impacts of adding or subtracting resources to solve production alarms. Let's take the rebar to slab on grade example in slab on grade area 4. We can see that the forecast slope of the rebar to slab on grade task is impacting the pour date in the same location. If we right click on the rebar task and select the Edit Control Plan function, we'll open a new dialog box in the bottom screen. We are able to select the different predecessor and successor tasks that exist in the process. We also have 3 different tabs. The control action list is empty at this stage as we haven't altered anything. Our second tab is our Resources tab. Currently, we only have 2 locations in our Edit Control Plan Resource tab function. Currently, we only have 2 locations in our Resources tab. This is because the other 2 locations are complete. We can now enter a different crew size. In this example, we're going to look at the impact if we implement an additional 2 resources to the rebar slab on grade task. Keep an eye out with what happens to that slab on grade. Keep an eye out at what happens to the rebar to slab on grade forecast line when we add 2 additional resources to slab on grade area 4. Select the apply button. Note that by adding the 2 additional resources that our flow line forecast is much more optimistic in its finish date. Also note that we've been automatically placed back in the control action list tab. And we can see that we've changed the work group count for the foundation slab on grade 4. We can see our target crew size and our control plan function. If we do not want to see the control plan, we can show task without control plan. Note that the forecast line is showing a pessimistic finish date based on the actuals data recorded for the rebar task. In this vignette, you've learned to develop a knowledge on understanding and interpreting flowline forecasts. We've also given you an introduction to forecasting and alarms and how we can take control actions to mitigate production deviations.